Hello guys, this is Silvia from Spill the Tarot and my channel Silvia Memoir, and we are here to do another review of this deck that I've added to my collection, the Black Violet Tarot deck. Now this is not a new deck. It's actually, I remember when this deck came out, you know, from the artist, and then recently it became a mass market. It's from AD Helps, and it was became a mass market published by Rockpool. So it's a violets represent life and fertility, death and remembrance. The Black Violet Tarot reflects this idea of bittersweet dualities, and it will support you to find the light in time of darkness. It has this black and white feeling. I believe that the artist, before it became a mass market, the original one was actually a different color background, like a light pink or something like that, like a peachy color, and then she did this black and white version, I think. But anyway, so this was on my wish list for 2025, so I'm very happy to have added this to my collection. It comes with this booklet, which is bigger than the average, and these are the cards. It has a beautiful purple gilded. I love that. It's just a standard tarot deck. Obviously for me, I prefer decks which are a bit smaller than this kind of boxes. You know, like this would be my kind of preference type of boxes, but you know, never mind, it's only because they take more space. Obviously, you know, the booklet is quite informative, and it's nice. It's just yeah, I would prefer smaller boxes for the deck, because I like to keep my decks on the boxes mostly. Now let's have a look. The table of contents, there is an introduction. So it says, throughout history, art and folklore, violets have represented life and fertility, death and remembrance, a striking contrast of joy versus grief, beginning versus end, and future versus memory. Designed entirely in black and white, the illustration in this deck reflect the idea of bittersweet dualities, of shining a light in time of darkness. Black Violet Tarot was a labor of love I created while my mother was dying from cancer, and while I was pregnant with my daughter Layla. It was simultaneously the happiest and saddest times of my life, as I navigated the two extremes of joy and grief at once. One didn't cancel out or dull the other. I started learning tarot when my mom was first diagnosed with cancer, and while I was undergoing fertility treatments to conceive my first child. At the time, tarot was a form of escapism, of getting lost in the stories of the full journey in the major arcana. The gains and losses throughout the suit of pentacles, of intellect, determination, or even deception of the suit of swords, the emotional roller coasters of the cups, and the creative energy and manifestation of the wands. Learning the stories of tarot, of the overall structure, the suits, and then the intricate story contained within each individual card seems overwhelming at first. I decided to break it down one card at a time, study it in meaning and symbolism, and eventually taking it key themes and designing my own interpretation of it. And then it just carry on. It's quite interesting. Then he said about how using the cards. It has some spread for us to try, so let's have a look what she has. So we got daily inspiration, the 3 cards. So card 1 is the theme of the day, card 2 is the creative block, and card 3 is the creative spark. Okay, so opportunities. We got weekly navigation. I think is 1 card for each day. So we go, card 1 is theme of the week, card 2 challenge and overcome, card 3 action take, card 4 advice within, Card 5, external influence. Card 6, focus on priorities. And card 7, outcome of lesson. Yeah, this is a nice spread. You can use it in different type of questions, really, to get a really good understanding of a situation. There is a project kickoff. There is vision, card 1, card 2, challenges, card 3, guidance, card 4, creative energy, card 5, inspiration, card 6, collaboration, card 7, outcomer, and card 8, final advice. So this is an interesting spread. Yeah, I do like those spreads. They can be very useful, actually. So yeah, I always like to look at the artist spread choice, you know. You can also take inspiration on them and modify it to yourself. So, and then it goes into the major arcana. It comes with the reversal explanation, and there is the keywords as usually for each one. I was quite excited to get this deck, and I was quite excited it became a mass market, I have to say. So yeah, this is the booklet. It has a very witchy feeling. I like the fact that it's in black and white as well. I think it's a little different, and it's very minimalistic for me, and yet each card, in my opinion, really represent the traditional Rider Waite, so it's beginner friendly. And so yeah, so let me show you. So this is like kind of, you know, I like the card stock. It seems like to shuffle you know, quite easily. This is the back, which is simple and pretty, and as you can see, it can be reversal. In fact, you can use this card on reversal. And I'm gonna do a complete flip through of this beautiful deck. Enjoy. Oh, it's a little smudge in here. Okay, so it is like matte finish that some people prefer when you do a video on YouTube. I mean, I don't mind if they're a bit glossy or matte. Obviously, all I have to do is to adjust the lighting when I'm doing videos. This is interesting, representative of the justice. We can see the shadow part. I quite like that. I really love the details. So it's simple, and yet there is still a lot of details on those cards. You can see all the symbolism is there as well. You even have the little crab with the moon card coming from the waters. This is an interesting take of the sun. We got a woman holding a baby, and we got the sunflowers. So yeah. is another interesting take. We don't see any angel in the judgment, but we see someone reflecting on this pond, their image, their reflection. I would like to see if there is an explanation for this card, which is a bit different. I think I set it aside so we can see what the artists have to say about the card. And these are like extra cards, so we got Ghost and Coven. I love this. It makes me think actually of Wednesday, you know, with her friend based on the Addams Family. I like the TV series. Yeah, that's what reminds me of. So it's prevalently we see women here, and that's fine. I don't mind when decks are a little bit different. They don't have to be always including everybody, every race, you know, men and women, you know. I like that some decks can have their own unique theme. I don't mind that at all. So this has a very feminine energy kind of deck because it's all women. And this was the last one. Now guys, let's have a look. I want to look at the booklet. I want to see what we see in the booklet regarding this interpretation of the Judgment card. Let's have a look. Okay, so as keywords she put self-reflection, accountability, honesty. The Judgment card in the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot take inspiration from the Last Judgment, with men and women and children rising from the grave to respond to Gabriel's triumph call. My interpretation of this card is more about self-reflection and self-judgment. When you take a good look at yourself, your action and how you interact with others, do you like what you see? What legacy will you leave behind? Okay, so this is interesting, because for me, judgment, for example, when I think about judgment, I think about second chances. I also feel like a wake-up call. So in the way she interprets the card, I will see it as a, you know, wake-up call. How do you see myself when I see my reflection, you know? What do I see? So yeah, that is an interesting interpretation. And then, as I said, there were two cards, bonus cards. One is Ghost. For this card she has Haunting, Regret, Self-Compassion. The Ghost card features a woman is confronted by a ghost who holds out a small bouquet of flowers as a gift of peace offering. Neither one seems shocked to see the other, but the woman seems afraid of the ghost and what she represents. Ghosts represent a confrontation between past and present, a healing from a past trauma, regrets from things you did or didn't do, a fear that your past will be uncovered or will inevitably determine your future. Okay. And then there is the other bonus card, which is Coven. And for this card, the keywords are sisterhood, solidarity, and secrets. The keywords above many sound familiar because Coven is meant to be a counterpart of the Three of Cups, a card of sisterhood, solidarity, and friendship. While the Three of Cups celebrates this idea in a light, in a airy way, Coven represents close friendship as a form of protection. It gives us a shout out to the people in your life who have seen you at your worst and accept you as you are without judgment. You know, they know your secrets and you know theirs. You will always have each other's back. So yeah, I guess this is a more like more of a closed special kind of friendship, not just because there are different type of friendship. She's right. some people could know everything about you, and some others more superficially about you. So interesting to incorporate also this card. So yeah, this was the flip through. As you can see, it's a beautiful deck. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pair this deck with some oracle, which I normally do in my videos. I'm just gonna select a selection of cards. Maybe one more. And actually, let's select one more card. Let's go with this one, just to give you an idea. So let's see. I already have an idea of what kind of deck, oracle, I'm gonna be pairing this deck with. And one choice will be this one, the Dark Goddess Oracle deck that I've already been using. I think this will pair nicely together. This is also a black and white minimalistic deck. So as you can see, you can pair very nice together. So it's a good choice. Now next, another choice would be for me one second, this one, the Witching Hour Oracle by Lorraine Anderson. I really like this oracle. I've been using it a lot. Again, it's not in black and white, but of course it is very witchy, and so for me, I would like it to use it together. 100%. So this was choice number 2. Next one, let's have a look. I feel also this one, the Herbal Astrology. This one also has a bit of a witchy feel to it. Again, it's not in black and white, but yeah, I would be happy to pair this together. So this was choice number 3. Probably this one as well, the Illustrated Herbiary Oracle card. This also has a bit of a witchy feeling. So this is another choice. Also I have this one, the Fairy Guidance Oracle by Paulina Cassidy. Obviously I usually use this deck with Paulina Cassidy tarot cards, but this one are very witchy as well. More of a fairy than witchy, but yeah, I think I would probably be happy to use them together. Also, I think this will look also interesting together, Alice in Wonderland, because this deck has a really dark kind of feeling. I've been using this deck more for shadow work. Alice in Wonderland, yeah, it's a bit of a dark kind of deck with images. It's a very good deck for shadow work or for any reading really. I enjoy this deck too. Next choice could be this one as well, Pure Magic Oracle. Now I haven't been using this deck a lot, but this is definitely very witchy as well. Yeah, and I think it's lovely together. Very good match. And finally I also got this one, Moon Magic. This is like also a study kind of deck, like kind of a kit kind of deck, but it's quite dark and simple. So yeah, you could be using this together too. Yeah, so lots of moon images. So I quite like it together. And that was my last choice. Also remember, you can always suggest for me other oracles that you think will pair nicely with this tarot deck. I'm always happy and curious to hear your input if you're watching. So this was all, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed it, the flip through. I'm quite excited, waiting to use this deck. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon on my channel with another video. Bye bye.